Well, guess what? This is lesson 16, and you've gone through 7.5 hours of You Are a Genius. Congratulations. And in this lesson, in 16, we're going to continue learning foreign vocabulary with our link system and using the topical system, our house system. We're going to take 5 Spanish words, and then we're going to take 5 French words, then 5 German words, and then 5 English words to increase your vocabulary with 5 perhaps new English words for your vocabulary. It's great what you can do with this. So we said in the mailbox, the Spanish word for mailbox is el buzón. So you have somebody put this bottle of booze on your mailbox, okay? And you're yelling, el buzón, okay? Yelling, get a booze. Look, someone's put this booze on my mailbox. Look, I can't believe this bottle of booze on my mailbox. Start yelling, El booze on. That's El booze on. You get this booze on your mailbox, okay? So that's El booze on. See how I'm doing it? So much fun association, making these strong connections. Now, next you have going down the driveway. So path, let's take the word path, not just driveway. We'll take the word path as the closest word to this. Path is senda. So we're sending someone off. Let's say this big brother, he's there helping the little brother go to school, and he's sending him off to school on the path, down the driveway on the path, and he's sending him off. And then he calls out, Johnny, you have your lunch box there with it? Duh. Yeah, you're sending me to school. Well, of course I have it. You're sending me, and of course, duh. So senda. Okay, so you got senda. I was just over in Italy, and all the guides who were taking us around in Italy, they would always say, here we are in the canal, in our boat. And so everything was, my name is Jack. How are you? So I was making fun of them with my wife. She said, shh, quit making fun of them. But everything was at the end of it. So send So we got send so send down the path. So the Spanish word for path, we're thinking about their driveway, is send. So you're sending a person off. They're sending them off to school, and it's send. So the little boy comes back and says, duh, well, of course I have my my lunchbox there. Send duh, okay? So next you're going what? On the front porch. So front porch is portal. Portal is your Spanish word, portal, for front porch. So we have the porch is portal. So we have this, I think of a porthole on a ship. So I see this porthole on the ship, and it's right there on my front porch. Let's say there's a hurricane, the ship's there, and it's torn the ship to pieces, and they're just pieces of the ship, and there's a porthole on the front porch. So porthole is my mental image, my right brain visual representation for portal. So portal is the Spanish word for front porch, the porch. But my image is a porthole, like a little porthole in the side of a ship. So see that, visualize it. It's so much fun in doing this. It really does work. So the 3 instant vocabulary keys to instant vocabulary power. Number 1, turn the word into a picture. So I say portal is a porthole. Number 2, link that to your definition. So I'm linking it to my front porch. So I have the portal on the front porch. Then what I do, I repeat it. That's the 3 keys to instant vocabulary power. So I repeat this in my mind. Repeat the association. Now we're going where? Open the front door. The front door. So the front door, the door here in Spanish is what? Puerta. So it's puerta. So my image is my poor ear and my toe. Okay, so I've got my poor ear and my toe. So puerta. Puerta is the door, the front door, puerta. So I have my image, my right brain image is my poor ear. So my ear is, then the door, my poor ear. Puerto. Then look, I also caught my ear. My ears are so big, like Dumbo ears. And I caught my poor ear. Look, honey, open the door and my toe. My big toe is all swelling now. Oh, puerto. Puerto. So your poor ear and your toe. Puerto, my puerto. So puerto is the what? The front door. Now the fifth Spanish word is guardaropa. 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 Sounds like guarding a rope. Sounds like guarding a rope for me. Guardaropa. So I turn into a strong mental picture, take guardaropa, and it sounds like I'm guarding a rope. So I'm guarding this rope inside the closet. I'm a famous mountain climber, and this rope is perhaps, it's worth a lot of money, thousands of dollars, my ropes, and I've hired someone to stand outside, big strong guy standing outside. He's going to guard my rope. So guardaropa. Then we have, maybe they're also Italians. They always say, if they, so I got guardaropa. Ropa. What is it? It's my ropa. So guardaropa. So I'm guarding my ropes. That's the fifth Spanish word. Fantastic. Now turn the tape off and review these 5 Spanish words. Then we'll go into 5. We're going to learn 5 French words. So turn the tape off right now and review the 5 Spanish words with your topical system. Good. Now, you got these locked in your mind. Isn't it fun? It really does work. Let's continue with our topical system with 5 different foreign words. And here's how you do it with the 3 keys to instant vocabulary power. We turn the word, the foreign word, into a strong mental image, number 1. Then we take it and tie it to the definition. And then number 3, we repeat it. Now, let's take 5. Let's see in our mind. Let's take 5 French words. So now, we're in the house, and we go to the chair. So the chair, the lounge chair, in French, the French word for the lounge chair is chaise, chaise, chaise. Now, it's maybe it could sound like shares. Maybe you have the stocks and bonds and all your shares there from the company right in the lounge chair. You stack them all up in the lounge chair. It's your shares. But it's actually chaise, chaise. But let's say that you're from Boston and you can't pronounce your R's, okay? Pak, the ka, pak, ka. What are you saying? You can't say your R's. I can. Pak, ka. There it is, ka. You're not saying the R's. So like in shares, you're saying, yes, I can say this, chaise. No, you're not saying the R. So my image is the chaise is for the lounge chair, but it's like shares, but the person from New Jersey can't say it, says chaise. So we're taking the chaise and putting them in the chair. So chaise is what? That's lounge chair in French. Now our next French word, we go in the topical system, we go to our what? We have the chair, then we turn on our lamp. We have the lamp. So lamp, French word for lamp is lampe. Lampe. So we have the lamp. Then I have for pay, I have this price tag hanging down on the lamp. So you're looking at your wife and she bought this lamp and it cost $10,000. And you look at the price tag. $10,000? You paid what for this lamp? $10,000? Oh, how in the world? No lamp could be worth $10,000. $10,000. So we have the price tag. It fell out and you found the price tag. So it's lamp pay. This is what you pay for the lamp. Lamp pay is French for lamps. That's an easy one. Turn the lamp on in order to read the newspaper. So papier is the French word for newspaper. Papier. You say, Jack, what in the world are you going to do with papier, the French word papier, and turn that into newspaper? It's easy. Just use your imagination. So how are we going to do this? Pap. Some fathers are called pap or pop, poppy, pappy. Pap. So you got your pap, your grandfather. So your grandfather has a newspaper. He's watching your grandson at the table in his high chair, and he's eating these peas, these green peas. And the green peas fell on the floor, and he turned over his bowl of green peas on the floor. So your pappy, he takes the newspaper and he picks up your pappy does, and picks up the peas with the newspaper. And the little boy there, the little grandson, he's saying, yay, yay, pappy, hey, pappy, pappy, yay, pappy, yay. So he's saying pappy, yay. So that's pappy, pappy, yay. So he's picking up the peas, pappy, yay. And that's the French word for paper. Very good. Now let's go. I want you to visualize with me. I want you to see we're going from the paper over to the what? To the sofa. So sofa is canapé. Canapé is the French word for sofa, canapé. So we have this. My image for this is a canopy. I think of a canopy for canapé. Canapé is the sofa. So I have this canopy. That's my image, my visual image, over the sofa. So I have this canopy over this big canopy that's over my sofa. Maybe it's shielding me from sun that's coming in from the house through the windows. So this is canopy, but the actual word is canapé. Canapé for the sofa. So visualize that, sofa. Now you have your fifth French word is for the television. So it's télévision. Télévision. That's a very easy one because it already sounds like that. Télévision is television in French. Télévision. So you can say, maybe the little boy, it's a little child, is watching this cartoon show. Maybe there's a little fish, a little fishy, is on the TV, and he wants to tell the fishy something. He says, "What are you doing, son?" Telly fishy, on TV, telefishy on. So it's telefishy. It sounds like telefishy on. The little child's talking to the TV. Maybe it's a cartoon character, it's like a fish, and he's saying telefishy, television. It's a French word, TV. So it's television. So TV, television. So that's your 5 French words. Now give it back to me. You have what? We're going to sit down at the lounge chair, and so it's what? Chairs are in this. So chaises are there on the lounge chair. You turn on your lamp. The French word for lamp is what? Lampe. And pay is the price tag comes out of the lamp. Lampe. Open up your newspaper. The French word for newspaper, what is it? See it? It's what? Pappy. It's your pap. And these little peas from the little child, he spilled those from the bowl from his high chair, so it's peas. He's picking the peas up with the paper. So the pap with the paper is picking the peas up. Pappy. And the little kid is saying, "Yay, yay, Pappy, yay. Oh, Pappy, yay, yay, Pappy." So it's Pappy, yay, his newspaper. Excellent. Now you're going to what? The sofa. You're lying on the sofa. On the sofa, it's what? It's a canopy. And it's pronounced canapé, but canopy is over the sofa. You go to the TV, and it's what? There you go. You got it. Television. Excellent. Now, turn the tape off and review that again, the first 10, the 5 Spanish words and the 5 French words. And we'll go to 5 German and then 5 new English words to increase your English vocabulary. Okay, turn the tape off at this time. Fantastic. Now let's pick up, continuing with our topical system journey, we're going to add 5 new foreign words to our vocabulary. This is 5 German words. Now we're going where? We're going you've called into the kitchen, so you're sitting at the kitchen. You're sitting at the what? We're going to the kitchen table, first of all, the kitchen table. So in the kitchen table, you have the German word for kitchen table is Tisch. Tisch is the table. Tisch is table. So I have these tissues, and everybody in the family has a cold. So they have a cold, and they're blowing their nose, and there's these tissues all over the table, the kitchen table. "Here, honey, my nose stopped having those tissues on the table. Oh, my nose. Give me those tissues on the table." So it's Tisch. So I think Tisch, and it's tissue. So I turn it into a tissue for the German word for table. Now the German word for the chair, you're sitting down at the chair, and that's Stuhl. Stuhl. Say it with me. Stuhl. I had this German friend of mine, this lady, she helped me pronounce all these, but it's still Southern German. I'm from Tennessee, so it's still going to be Southern German, wherever I say it's going to be Southern Spanish, Southern French, and Southern German now. So you're sitting down at the what? Stuhl. 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 So it sounds like the word stool. So rather than sitting on a chair, you're sitting on a 3-legged stool. So see, a 3-legged stool. Or perhaps the child is too small and you put a stool in the chair so he can reach the table. So he's no longer sitting in a high chair, but you put a little stool there on top of the chair. And so this is the German word for chair, Stuhl, Stuhl, Stuhl. Now we go to the kitchen sink. So the kitchen sink. What is the German word for the kitchen sink? The German word for kitchen sink is Spielbecken, Spielbecken, Spielbecken. So as soon as a German friend of mine, I asked her, I said, "What is the German word for kitchen sink?" She said, Spielbecken. I said, "That's great. That's fabulous. That works out so good with my system. I will be teaching this to people on these CDs and the tapes." I said, "Because I'm going to turn it into," and she says, "What are you going to turn it into?" And I said, "Spilling the bacon." You spill the bacon inside of the kitchen sink. So it's Spielbecken. So it's Spielbecken. Okay, so I'm spilling the bacon inside of the kitchen sink. I'm washing the bacon off. Maybe I spilled it on the floor and I got to take it to the kitchen sink and wash the bacon. So it's I've spilled it on the floor. It's all dirty, so I got to put it in the kitchen sink and wash it. Spielbecken. Very good. Now we go where? We're going to, you got the kitchen, what? You got the kitchen table. and that's Tisch. We have the kitchen chair, that's Stuhl, that's a stool. Then we go to the kitchen sink, that's Spülbacon, spilling the bacon. Now we go to the what? Stove. Now stove, the German word for stove is Ofen, 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 Ofen. Now it sounds like our word oven, but it's Ofen. But we're working the stove, and I'm fixing some spaghetti in the stove, or we have the sauerkraut and sausage. Maybe we have some kind of a famous German meal there, and we're just having so much fun. Oh, it's so much fun. Here we at the stove and having fun. Oh, it's fun. Oh, it's so much fun. Oh, fun. Oh, fun. Oh, it's so much fun. Yeah. Psst. Oh, I burnt my hand. Oh, that wasn't fun. Oh, that's not fun at all. Oh, fun. Not fun at all. So we have, oh, fun. Oh, fun is so much fun at the stove. Oh, fun. Now we go to the refrigerator, open the refrigerator up. And in the refrigerator, the German word for refrigerator is, ready? Eisschrank. 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 This is the German word for refrigerator. So, Jack, what are you going to do with this? Okay, you use your imagination. The wilder it is, the better it is. It's ice shrunk. So I'm seeing this huge thing of ice. Remember the old, back in the 20s, the iceman would come along and he'd deliver the ice, and let's say the ice is too large to put into the refrigerator, and you've got to shrink and cut it up and shrink the ice down. So it's ice shrunk. So it's shrinking the ice in order to put it into the refrigerator. So it's ice shrunk. Say it. Ice shrunk. Ice shrunk. So it gives you 5 new foreign words. That's 5 vocabulary words. How would you like to learn just hundreds of vocabulary words? One of my students, he did not do well on his SAT test in the vocabulary section. He wanted to go into West Point. And his teacher came to me and said, Jack, could you please tutor him and help him because his SAT scores are too low to get into West Point. So I helped him, and guess what? With this that you're learning right here, with vocabulary, foreign vocabulary or English vocabulary, I helped him put into his mind 100 new words a day, and to help him get into West Point. And he passed it and did fine to help him get into West Point. 100 new words a day. It's amazing. Now let's continue. Okay, we've got these German words. Do you have the German words? Give them back to me. We have the kitchen table. That's what? Tisch. Great. So the kitchen chair. The chair is what? Stuhl. Good. Then we go to the kitchen sink, which is Spülbacon, spilling the bacon, Spülbacon. We go to the stove, which is what? We're having so much fun. Ofen. Ofen. Then we open the refrigerator, and that is what? Ice shrunk. Fantastic. Now turn the tape off, and I want you to review these last 5. And then you can also take the time to review all 15 so far. 5 Spanish, 5 French, and 5 German. You're doing so well. Guess what? You are a genius. I love doing this. This is awesome. Turn the tape off. Let's review right now. Great. Now we've got 5 new English vocabulary words. Perhaps some of these words are new for you. Perhaps they're not, but it's a good way to practice this and show how you can put hundreds of new words in your mind. Daniel Webster said, he said, you can take my clothes from me, all of my wealth from me, stand me on a street corner, nude, but leave me with my vocabulary, and I'll gain it all back. Isn't that fantastic? I'll gain it all back with my vocabulary. So it's important to put words in your mind. We think with words, you reason with words, you persuade with words. So you want to increase your word power. It'll help you in everything you do in your life to be more persuasive. As you read, where you're not reading with blanks in your mind. Someone said that the most powerful words in the world, the most beautiful words in the world, are only blank sounds. Only blank sounds if you cannot interpret them, cannot understand them. So you want to listen, increase your listening vocabulary, your active vocabulary, and this will help you do this. Now let's pick up 5 new English words. 5 new English words. All right, the first one is virtuoso. Virtuoso. It means a person that's very accomplished in music. I love listening to Constantine play the piano. He says, well, I'm not really Jack a virtuoso, but I love listening to him play the piano. And so it's a virtuoso is a person that's very accomplished in music. They've attained the highest standard. They're a master at their whatever musical instrument they're playing. So we're now continuing our topical journey. We're in the shower. We're going to the shower. We have 5 of these. Remember the order in which we're learning? The shower, medicine cabinet, we get into our bed, we read a book, and set our alarm clock. That's the last 5 in the topical system. We're picking up 5 new English vocabulary words. Now, it's virtuoso. You're going to say, Jack, what are you going to do with virtuoso with the shower? What's it going to do now? Well, guess what? It's just using your imagination, turning on your right brain. You've got to learn to use your right brain and left brain in the learning process, the integration of both hemispheres in the learning process. So we take virtuoso. Virtuoso, it sounds like to me, fur-chew. So fur-chew, oh, so. So I have my dog, it's in the shower with me, and the dog begins to chew on its fur. Fur chew, chewing on its fur, and all of a sudden it starts making this beautiful noise. It's just, it takes its fur, it's cleaning itself, but it's making this beautiful music. The dog's making this beautiful music by chewing on the fur. And this beautiful music's coming out, and my wife comes in the shower. There he is. He's chewing on his fur, and it says, oh, fur chew, oh, so. That is, oh, so beautiful. I mean, this dog is a virtuoso, fur chew, oh, so. So that shower, that's your new vocabulary word. Virtuoso, it's a person that's very accomplished in music. They've attained the highest level. They're a master. They've mastered their musical instrument. Now, the next vocabulary word, we go to the cabinet, and this is erudite. Erudite. So pronounce it with me, erudite. So erudite sounds like an air diet. Erudite is my image for this. So an erudite person is a learned individual. Very, very learned. You think of the person, oh, he's very intelligent. He's what? Erudite. So erudite. So air. So I think of air and then a diet. So erudite. So I'm standing in front of my medicine cabinet, and I open the medicine cabinet up, and I'm breathing the air of all the vitamins and the nutrients there in the medicine cabinet. So I'm breathing in, so I have what? This air, and it's a diet. And then your mate looks at you and says, I don't think that's very intelligent. Is this very intelligent? Well, oh yes, all the learned physicians, all the erudite, all the learned physicians, they have this erudite. This air diet they're talking about, they're saying it is the most phenomenal thing for people, this air diet. So think of erudite, and they're learned. I mean, they're intelligent, they're brilliant, these sagacious minds, wily, wise minds. They're just so learned. So think of the physicians telling them about doing this. Open up your what? Medicine cabinet, and it's what? Air. Breathing in the air. If you got 20 minutes exercise, you're doing this every day, and the pounds is shed off. And then you say to your mate, yes, honey, it's very, very intelligent doing this. It's erudite. So think of what? An erudite. So visualize erudite, an erudite. Got it? So now we're going to visualize. You're going where? You're going to the bed. So you have the what? The shower. It's virtuoso. You're in the medicine cabinet. It's erudite. Then you have, that's a very intelligent, very learned person. Then you're going to bed. You can get into bed. Now, this vocabulary word is phlegmatic. Say it with me. Phlegmatic. This is one of the four temperament types. You have the phlegmatic temperament type. You have the melancholy. You have the sanguine temperament type and the choleric temperament type. So the phlegmatic of all the temperament types is the most calm. So it's a very calm person. It's not prone to highs, extreme highs, or prone to lows. Very even-tempered person, a calm person. Even-keel person. So that's the temperament called the phlegmatic. So they're in the bed, and let's say that it's your grandfather's in the bed, and he's not calm. You want to calm him down. He says, well, if I could just see the flag. He said, I'm a veteran, and if I could see the flag, that really calms me down. And if I could just, when I say the flag, like the American flag, can anybody help me where it would automatically come up? If I could just see that, that'll calm me down. I get excited and just get all just nervous, but I need to calm down. But if I can see the flag, the flag has always calmed me down all my life. So you've fixed up the flag. Some way you've just worked on this flag where it's automatic, that it comes up automatically. So it's the phlegmatically. Flag automatically comes up. He just says, your grandfather says flag, and it's phlegmatic. So the flag automatically comes up. See, I'm doing this phlegmatic. So his flag comes automatically up, phlegmatic. Very good. So it's phlegmatic. But the flag sounds like flags. I'm turning into a sound alike. Sounds like a flag, phlegmatic. So it's phlegmatic. He says flag. The flag automatically comes up, and it calms him down. So phlegmatic. Very good. Now we're going to what? We have the picture of the book. We're in the bed, and now we're going to read this book. In the book here, the vocabulary word, the English vocabulary word, is cacophony. Say it with me, cacophony. It means a harsh sound, an unpleasant sound. The root is phone, and cacophonous means harsh, so it means harsh sound. The opposite of that is euphony. Euphony is a pleasant sound. Eu, the Greek prefix eu, means well, good, or pleasant. Then phone is sound, so euphony is a pleasant sound, but cacophony is the opposite. It's the antithesis of this. It means a harsh sound. So open up your book, there's a cat in there. So I turn it into cat coughing into a phone. So cat cough phone. So cat cough phone. So cat cacophony. So it's cat coughing into a phone. So it's cat coughing. You think, wow, those harsh sounds coming out of this book. Sounds like a cat coughing into a phone. Cacophony. See how I'm doing it? That's how it works with the English word linked with your book. Last one is you have the alarm clock. And this is juxtapose. Juxtapose. Juxtapose means to take two things and place them side by side. You have two ideas, two events, two words. You put them side by side. This is called juxtapose, to juxtapose something. You can juxtapose opposites, means place them side by side and understand, well, this is not, these two things are different. They're juxtaposed, but they are different. These are really different, but they're placed side by side. So I turn juxtapose into this image. I have two chucks. See, jux sounds like chucks. So I have these chucks. I love doing this on the video. You can't see me doing all this crazy stuff in the studio. But I have these chucks, like woodchucks.
Hey, how you doing? What do you want me to do? Get beside and stand on your alarm clock with my twin cousin, and we're going to pose, and you're going to take pictures of us on top of your alarm clock and sell it. Okay, kind of crazy, but okay, we can do it.
So you have these two chucks. They're posing on top of your alarm clock. You're taking pictures of them.
Okay, that's good. Move around for the right. Oh, we love posing. Okay, we love posing. Okay, aren't we pretty chucks? Kind of a little overweight, but we're pretty chucks.
Okay, so with these chucks, they're posing there by your alarm clock. So that's chucks to pose. The chucks are posing for this picture. But the word is juxtapose. So two chucks are standing side by side. That lets me know the definition. It means placing anything side by side. The chucks are posing side by side there on top of your alarm clock. You're taking pictures of them, all right? So it's juxtapose, and the word is juxtapose. Fantastic. Isn't that amazing? Now review those with me. So the last 5 words is what? You're in the shower, and that is a picture of what? The shower. This is, you have the what? Furry chewing. So that's virtuoso, which is somewhat accomplished in music. Then you're going where? You're going to now pick up what? We're going to the medicine cabinet. You're standing in front of the medicine cabinet, and you have this erudite, and you're breathing in all this air. And someone said, well, that's not very learned. Oh, yes, it is. It's a very learned diet. So erudite means learned. Then we're going to our bed, and then you have your grandfather needs to be calmed down, so he needs this flag. So this flag automatically comes up, phlegmatic. And so phlegmatic means a calm temperament, very even temperament. Open the book up, and you have this what? Cat coughing into this phone. So cacophony is your word, but it sounds like a cat coughing into a phone, which conveys to you harsh sound, very, very harsh sound. Cat. Cat. So what is this? This is a cat coughing into a phone. Yes, very harsh sounds. Cacophony. Fantastic. Then the last one, you have the alarm clock, and you have juxtapose. Talk about the juxtaposition, juxtaposing things. So you have two chucks, they're standing beside one another and posing there on your alarm clock. Isn't this fantastic? You want to take this on this lesson, here lesson 16, and review all 20 of the vocabulary words, how to have foreign vocabulary. You had Spanish, 5 Spanish, you had 5 French, 5 German, and 5 English. Fantastic. You're doing excellent.